Hello, everybody. It's Marcia Regan here, founder and owner of Glow Your True Colors. And I'm absolutely thrilled to have with me today Santander, who I've worked with one-on-one in my 8-week, 6 to 8 week container. And this is really just to kind of give you a little bit of insight into her, in where Santander was, what was the result of the work. So you can get an idea of just what's possible. So the idea too is not just to share what's possible when people work with me, because a lot of the work that I do, it's kind of unseen. It's very hard for me to say you're going to get, X, Y, and Z, or we're going to go through a process, a 7-step process or a 6-step process. There's a general outline, but really I'm divinely led. So I think the best way to give you an idea of what can happen is to actually meet beautiful clients that I've worked with and get an idea of just what's possible. Because if you're inspired by this video, then actually I really feel that we're all representing a part. There's a part of me in you and there's a part of you in me, and maybe there is some reason that you've been drawn to look at this video, to be reminded and shown just what's possible, but also what it takes to be in that divine feminine way, to be successful, because it really isn't sometimes all about the doing and the how. It's really about the being. It's about how you're being. So without further ado, I will hand you over for you to introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, beautifuls. My name is Sananda Kryst of PalladiumPortal.com. I am an activation and awakening coach. So what I do is I help heart-centered women come into alignment with their highest self for their soul purpose by facilitating activations and downloads from Ascended Masters, by taking you to the Palladium Healing Center and basically awakening the hidden powers of the abilities of your mind and your spirit.
Beautiful. Well, I just love to hear it. It's just amazing. So for everyone watching, can you just share where you were when we started working together, and also why did you say I want to work with Marcia?
Okay. Oh, well, I look back and I was a mess. I was a mess in a dress, is what I like to call it. I was really lost. I was new. I had just left my job due to other circumstances. And I just knew I was on the right path and that I needed to get myself up and going. And you were recommended to me by a colleague, and it was kind of a no-brainer. I kind of felt into it myself. Does this person feel like she would be a good match for me? And absolutely. And after our first conversation, just getting to know one another, I knew that we would be working together. It was kind of a no-brainer. And I look back and how I admire your patience that you had with me, because I knew nothing. I was starting from nothing, a ground zero for business wise, and you just had the time to help me out with every detail, even no matter how small. If I didn't understand, you were there to help me. And also the sheer fact that you worked organically, and just as things came up, you just were able to shift gears and just deal with that, whatever came up, whether it was technical, emotional, needing to deal with some blockages, and being able to read into me and know exactly what I needed at that time so I could move forward.
Yeah, and I just feel too, for you though, what was great for me to work with you was that you followed what the advice is not necessarily me saying, but the guidance that came through me for you. You implemented, like you took aligned action. And I feel that also is really important, because you know that is actually the divine, the importance of actually the divine masculine. The being is the divine feminine, but then the aligned action is that divine masculine. And I think that's also contributed a lot to the results that you've got. And so I just want to say that as well, that this is really important. This is kind of, well, I felt for us working together, it's like a collaboration. It's like I have been divinely assigned to you to get you to the place where you can do your soul work in a kind of a congruent and, in fact, organic way. And this is probably why I don't have this step-by-step process, because every single person is different. But I don't know, I've just had this ability to be able to, it's like I'm shown, you know, point her here, or she needs to go there, or because we also did a lot of work as well on, we did work on your soul color blueprint, and how we could bring that your soul into your business. And I remember you were saying, about a website that, I need a website. I'm like, you don't need a website right now. You just need, and you were like, what, what? And I'm like, and in fact, you've done really well.
Yes, I have. Actually, yeah, the website now is in the image stage. But anyway, I built my business strictly through, I guess, social media. I started out with Facebook, and then I was kindly divided to go to Instagram, which has been very positive for me. And then I also work with YouTube. And then someday, very short, in the future, will be my website. So yeah, and it's interesting because when I put in one of my questions when people come to see me, I always, I ask, well, how did you find me? And it's YouTube or Instagram. So they're finding me. So it is possible. I didn't think so, but it is, and it has been very much a good awakening for me to know that you can do that without the website. So.
Yeah, amazing. And then the other thing was, you had never done a Facebook Live, had you, before we worked together, or you had never done any videos. You were like, yes. And that's the other thing too, with the encouragement to say, yes, you can do it. I'm sending you, where something would come in and say, right, you need to do this. And I would be like, I've got you. You can do it. So that kind of support and encouragement and understanding, I think, kind of helps you build the momentum, because doing anything for the first time can be daunting. Being an entrepreneur can be a lonely journey. And so this is why I feel my role in really partnering with you and with my clients it's a very important aspect of my work, because it makes the journey more doable, enjoyable, and wondrous. So it brings in there's magic there, and that's, I think, one of my aims, that if we can really touch the magic and the energy and the soul of our businesses and the soul of our programs, then it's a game changer.
Yeah.
And so when you didn't even have a package, I think, when we worked together, did you?
Oh, I did. I did have a package, and now I have 2 packages, 2 different avenues to work with me. And it's beautiful, because I was, with you being able to, I guess, introduce me to my soul of my business. That was huge, because now I can tune into it, feel it. I really resonate with it now, and it helps me to steer or drive myself in that certain direction. And along with the colors that will be incorporated in the website, but also I use those colors for healing myself, and for manifesting. And it's interesting, because it's like, sometimes you're with me almost daily. I still hear you. I still so it's some beautiful things. Like, sometimes you need that kick in the pants, and sometimes you need that loving embrace, and it is always there. And I feel very empowered, and I know if I have any problems or feeling down,
Yeah.
just getting lost, that I know that I can turn to you and that you will be there for me.
Yeah.
And you've also been very powerful for me in learning how to use my manifestation tools. That
Beautiful.
has been huge for me. So
Yeah.
it's
Wonderful. So what would you advise, based on kind of the work that we've done, and if there were, if there are people out there considering doing this work that isn't like your traditional way, that it is kind of more leading with the soul and
yes.
going inward first before you actually get something concrete in your hands. What would you recommend now that you've been through working with me and you're out the other end?
Oh, I would just say, still just go for it. I guess it doesn't matter where you are in your path, it will all end up, you still end up where you need to be. Whether it's really new, middle, or you or even have been in it a few years, I don't think it really matters. One thing that I love is the fact that you do the one-to-one. So many other larger coaching based businesses, whatever, have such large groups and you can get lost.
Yeah.
And I do feel that there's power behind a group setting, but maybe just not on that volume. And then just being able to have that one experience with you is huge, huge. You
Yeah.
can't exchange that for anything. So if you have to take that leap, and you have to work through the fears and the anxieties and know that you are being carried and that it will all work out the way it's supposed to work out. And a blessing that you have is that you are intuitively guided along with, and that you can tap into that person specifically, into their needs, their business, and give them the guidance that need. I don't think that very many other people have that gift or skill. And the fact that you are very balanced, feminine and masculine, so you know when to give the love and you know when you need the little push. So I mean, it's such a beautiful package. I can't imagine not working with anybody else. I recently went to a huge conference checking out other people, and I asked my higher self, I said, who's my business coach? And I kept seeing you. So there's no reason for me to look anywhere else, just to follow my heart and my head. And that's what I would tell other people to do. And you will not be disappointed in any means in working with Marcia.
Oh, it's lovely. And also the that's what I feel like, exactly what you've been saying is, we all have different purposes. Like we've all contracted on the soul level to do the work that we came here to do, but to work with the people that we are meant to on a soul level. And so I think if there were more entrepreneurs out there who worked from that place, so that you're not coming from a place of needing, you're coming from a place of service, and the work at the beginning. Like, I usually work, in fact I don't work with anybody unless I have done a breakthrough call to check that, first of all, they're ready, and secondly, that we are in alignment with each other. And I think that is a game changer, because then it's like there's a great sense of freedom from the very beginning, and there's a great sense of kind of safety and transparency from the very beginning. And then when you've been welcomed into a container in that way, then actually what I'm finding is you're doing the same for your clients. So it's like that it's a whole new way of I feel it's a fifth dimensional way of being, of serving and being in business using your soul gifts.
Yes,
Mm.
it is. It is. It makes a huge difference. It does.
It takes the pressure off as well, everyone.
Yes, it does. It does. And like you said it too, because I in turn use that with my clients, and it does. The transition is so much easier and beautiful, and everything just um, unfolds like it should.
Wonderful. Well, I hope that's inspired any of you out there who are exactly in the place that you were actually, that you're like, you're lost, you don't know where to start. You When you're doubting, you're jumping from one thing, you could be doing 10 different things, but you actually don't know if any of them are worth doing. And also the inner, I think there was a lot of inner work. So I think for people to work with me, you need to be able to let go a little bit, because we start some of our sessions thinking, oh, today is the day we're going to work on your packages. And I'm like, great. Then we open up and I'm like, oh, right, something else has come in here, right? So we have to deal with this. So it's trusting as well the process, and that no matter what, you are going to have your needs met within that container, because that container that I work in for each individual is specific, and it has its role, and I will know when the work is done. And that's why I say 6 to 8 weeks. I mean, I don't know, because until we actually start the container, what is required, because your guides and my guides that come in this work don't give me the information until we're, each session. Or throughout our session, I'd be messaging going, I'm after getting this for you, do this, go there. So I would invite you to go to my website, glowyourtruecolors.com, and there's a Let's Chat tab, and just have a look at that, fill in, reserve a breakthrough call, there's a little small questionnaire, and we can explore if your next calling is to really step in on a whole new level, on an energetic level, letting your intuition and the energy lead the way, and me to be your guide, so that you end up then being strong enough to fly on your own. So listen, Sananda, do you want to share as well where people can find you? Because you're also doing amazing work, and I really feel that everybody can benefit right now in the energies that we're in. We need your work. We need your work.
Absolutely, I would love to. I am on Instagram and YouTube under the name Palladium Portal, and my website that will be coming soon, very soon, is palladiumportal.com. So it's all across the board, and yes, that would be beautiful.
Fantastic. So thank you for watching, and I'm wishing you an amazing day. Take care.